So yeah, the other day I was talking with a friend of mine who, outwardly when I see, I always think, well, you've just got it all together. You know, you're obviously a step ahead of where I am, and you must know something that I don't. And we were chatting for a while, and then the subject come on to, I said, "Oh, are you taking the kids away anywhere on holiday this year?" And he was like, "Nah, that's not even on the cards, mate. Like, we're nowhere near in a position to be going anywhere at all. We haven't, it's a bit of a struggle at the minute." When the conversation was over, I thought to myself, now obviously I'm aware that it's not just me that, finds things difficult at the moment. I know a lot of people do. But that just got me thinking, are other people that seem to be doing better than you, is that actually true? Or is it just, and I don't mean Instagram, I don't mean social media flexing as such, what you see on there, because everyone knows that what you see on there is people's best bits, isn't it? It's the highlight reels of their days, their lives. That's fine, but I'm talking just looking at people when, every day as you see them, as you speak to them, thinking that they're obviously doing something that I'm not, or they know something that I don't. Yeah, see, what you obviously don't see behind the nicer car than yours, or the holiday that you're not taking, is often the credit card debt, the car finance deal, and also people are just good at not letting other people see their internal struggles and the way that they feel about things. So, just because the car is nicer, doesn't mean that your mate, your cousin, your brother, sister aren't feeling the exact same inadequacies and difficulties that you are. Yeah, and certainly one of the things that causes me the most anxiety and the most stress. Now, not a lot of things do. I'm quite lucky. I don't suffer from mental health. Quite a lot of experience of living with someone that does, and I personally am very blessed not to have that problem. But money, however, is the one thing that, for some reason, it really gets me down. It is the one thing that makes me stress more than anything. It gets my heart rate up. It really, worrying about money, checking the bank, just constantly seeing the little trickles out of it, or the big trickles out of it. It's the thing that really gets me. It's the one thing that I struggle to, to deal with. So this is why I'm really trying to get on top of it. So yeah, today we are up early. We have come down the park straight away for a walk. I've got a little bit of a sort of trapped nerve in my back, so we're leaving the gym for another day or two. But we're up early for the walk. Yeah. Also to film a little bit of this, because what I don't want, this channel is about improving my life and my family's life. So what I don't want to be doing is, when I could be doing stuff with the kids, just be filming content for YouTube, because that's going to do the opposite of what I want to achieve. So we're out and we're doing it now. Prepped our lunches yesterday for the next 3 days. So I just got some tender stem broccoli, some sugar snap peas, a sweet potato, chicken sausages, some chicken drum fillets, which at this point has already been marinated by Jess. So they're just going in the air fryer. The sweet potato is just going to get minutes, then with a little bit of chili oil, some paprika, salt and pepper. The chicken sausages, they'll just get air fried. The greens will just get boiled and put then I'm just going to put it all into individual containers and pop it in the fridge. As much of a shit show as you think your life maybe is, I guarantee you there's a bunch of your mates, your relatives, people you work with that look at you and think, fuck, he's got it all sorted, isn't he? He knows exactly what he's doing. And there's you dipping toast into a pot noodle. Yeah, life's all about perspective. What you see and what people will let you see. And sometimes even those closest to you don't necessarily open up about personal things like money or debt, because, A, why should they have to? And B, it does come with a bit of stigma, maybe a little bit of shame, thinking, oh man, I owe 15 grand here. Very, very many people in this country, in the US, Germany, France, live in a lot of debt. Some countries are worse than others. I feel this country is definitely worse at encouraging borrowing, encouraging spending money that you don't have. It's something that other countries don't do as much as we do. Definitely not. Same with gambling. We really promote gambling in this country, don't we? Every platform you go on, every radio station you listen to, there's some advert telling you to place a bet on the next football game, the races, the boxing, whatever it may be. We also drive consumerism in this country more so than other countries do. We really encourage borrowing to buy. Every website you go on will show you different ways that you can pay for that thing you can't quite afford, by borrowing the money for it. Well, paying a bit now, pay a bit later, which then makes you think, I could pay 30 quid now, 30 quid tomorrow, next week, and 30 quid the week after. But obviously, next week and the week after, you need that £30. And the thing that you bought, you probably don't even want anymore. I wanted a smartwatch. I was going to buy a smartwatch the other day because I went running. I went running 4 times over a couple of months. And I thought, you know what I need? You know what I need? I need a smartwatch. I need something to track my run so I can see how fast I'm going when I'm going round, see how far I got left to go round. I nearly went to Curry's and used the in-store credit that you can use there to get it. I left it for a while. Good morning. And then literally 2 days later, after I hadn't got it, I thought, I don't even want it no more. What do I need it for? I'll be better off just getting one of them little straps, strap my phone to my arm and look at that. And then if I ever become a serious runner, then I'll get a smartwatch, if that's what I do. I haven't been running since then. And not because I haven't got the watch, but I do plan on incorporating at least a weekly run into my sort of new routine as such. So yeah, we'll have to... Okay, I'll get a smartwatch. So possibly this might just end up being a little bit of therapy for myself. But hopefully it does help a few others. So filming this content, I find it extremely weird to talk to camera, especially walking around in public, holding my phone up to my face and talking. Makes me feel a little bit like, people are looking and going, who the fuck does he think he is? But I'm going to ignore that because I want to get better at public speaking. It's something I've always been bad at. I mumble. I get really nervous speaking in public. Also, I've got a feeling it's going to keep me on track, keep me motivated. A little bit of accountability, so I'm going to have to do the things that I say I'm going to do. So if I say I'm going to get up early in the mornings, I'm going to make healthy lunches, if I document that a little bit, just include that sort of stuff and keep uploading what I'm doing, then it's going to mean that I have to keep doing it. Especially if anyone ever starts watching the stuff, then I'll have some people to be accountable to. And I know you should be able to be accountable to yourself, but we all know that's difficult because it's very easy to be kind to yourself for a second. Well, not even kind to yourself for a second. It's easy to go, I'll leave it, Tone. You ain't got to do that today. Just just hit snooze, carry on. It's the easy option at that second, isn't it? And for about 5 minutes you go, oh yeah, I feel, oh that's lovely, straight back to sleep. But it's not the easier option going forward, because getting up and doing the other bit, the gym, the run, the walk, the bit of work that you want to do before others get up, that's what's really going to help you. Yeah, that's what's going to move you forward in life. Not the 10 minutes of snoozing you did, even though it felt better at the time for a very, very brief period. Also, I need to get some. I know I'm not in a position to be getting good filming equipment. I've got my phone on a £3 tripod off Amazon, which one leg has come off, so it's now a bipod. That's the word. I've got these little microphones. It came 2 of them. I think they were about £4.50. So I did buy the cheapest stuff just to get going. But yeah, it would be good if I had a tripod with 3 legs that I could actually stand up somewhere instead of just leaning against a tree like I can lean my phone against a tree anyway. So look, obviously some people are doing better than you. Some people are smashing life. You know, they're doing all the right things and they've done the right things consistently for a long time. Others had a bit more luck, had a bigger boost, or maybe started from a slightly higher platform in the first place. That doesn't mean that you're doing shit. It doesn't mean that you're doing everything wrong and that you should be in a better place than you are. Doesn't mean you can't try a little bit harder and do a little bit more to improve your situation though. So let's keep doing that.